good evening. So anyways, I was just like writing and uh I was just reflecting on like um what makes a good conversation. And one thing I realized was you need to be vulnerable, or there has to be like vulnerability present in the conversation, as well as honesty. And um, so if those two things are present, I think you could have a genuine, nice conversation and get really good feedback and really have it resonate with you. And with that being said, um, it's pretty much impossible to have um, honesty. Well, I wouldn't say honesty, but more so um, vulnerability present if someone is trying to protect themselves. So if someone feels attacked or challenged, it's going to turn into a way different conversation than it would be uh, if, for example, someone was just saying something and you were just hearing them out. I know, like, as I'm thinking about it now, I think the video I had, or like some videos I've posted before, have like centered around like listening to people and like, you know, uh, that kind of like stuff, like, kind of like the more fluffy, like lovey dovey type romantic, like, oh, listen to people, love them, this and that. But it, in a sense, it's very true that if you're able to be vulnerable with someone, they'll reciprocate that. And so if you can be a vulnerable and honest person, um, I think people will open up to you more, and you could enrich their lives further and they could enrich your lives further. Um, the thing is I think most people refrain from doing that because it's obviously difficult, right? It's difficult to express those emotions, those thoughts, those parts of yourself that are a little touchy. And people, more so than not, um, opt out of it or avoid those conversations, um, even with themselves. So, yeah, um, that was just like a thought to reflect on more. Was um, This is pretty much just like for me to get the idea out there, like, what is it that will, like, what are the prerequisites to create a good conversation? And just from what I wrote down real briefly, um, vulnerability and honesty. And yeah, we'll see what that turns into. Toodles.